Exactly.
What's the point of getting mad if you can't fix it? You gonna protest some more? You've been doing that since the '60s. You know what I'm saying? So now what's the resolution?
Yeah.
I'm the common sense man. I'm saying you just need to nationalize. You just need to take the matter out of the local level and put it at international level.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you how to do that.
Exactly.
That's all I'm here to tell you. I'm not here to change your life, none of that. Just help me help myself. You know?
Yeah. Just figure that much out and we'll be straight. You know what I mean?
Straight, right? I don't need you to fight no laws, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just have a nationality. That's it.
Yeah, just have your nationality, know who you are. You know what I mean? Be somewhat aware. And you know what I mean? We ain't even gotta march and, pray no more. We ain't gotta get no guns and fight nobody for nothing. Like, if you really just understood, and then that's why I always tell people to go back to the human rights laws and the UN Declaration and the Declaration of Rights of Indigenous Peoples.
People, yeah,
you know what I mean? Because right then and there they tell you that you have a right to a nationality, you have a right to certain amenities and things and certain support.
Right.
You know what I mean, from the international community and your national and local community, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody knows if they follow the money trail that there have been programs that have been implemented and been created to do just that. You know what I mean, to help people with those very issues. Right. Islam pieces.
Yeah, Islam says this is the reason why it was 117 nations, right?
117. Yeah, there was
exactly.
That I was talking about last week.
That's all our peoples right there.
Yeah, that's all our people that was sitting there like, hey, we trying to back y'all up. You know what I mean? And they came and stepped to the U.S. like, hey, y'all gonna have to stop all this, killing and murdering and all this stuff. Uh-oh, got the little one. Uh-oh. Yeah. Islam.
I see young sis. She getting there.
She up there.
Yeah.
She wobbling.
Yeah, she talking now.
Yeah, she talking too. Oh my goodness. Huge.
It's gonna be loud.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is. And it's like I try to really come from a common sense.
Friday class, by the way, for all y'all on Ustream and YouTube. But yeah.
Yes, I just try to come with the people with a common sense view. I don't try to give them too much all at once, but I give them things to think about. Like the fact that you're saying the Pledge of Allegiance and says Republic in the Pledge of Allegiance. You know what I'm saying? And you got this Democratic people telling you all this other stuff. So it's like, just think about it. Just think about it.
Those are just
change your life.
Just little points of order you might want to pay attention to.
Just think about it. But yeah, man. It was really funny yesterday. I had a friend in here, right?
Yeah.
He was talking about, because I told you I'm in Charlotte territory, and he was talking about the martial law thing yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. And his response was like, "So you think you're gonna flash your little card and get out of it?" I was like, man, if you believe I think a card is gonna save me, you obviously don't understand what I'm presenting to you.
Really though.
You have to be able to articulate whatever it is you're trying to stand on. Because there's no paper, there's no nothing that's gonna be able to save you but you. So,
at the end of the day, it's that workshop of the mind.
Islam. You already know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get off here because I'm on my phone. I'm on my cell phone.
Yeah, man. Do your thing.
And plus, I know you got rooms. You only got limited space, so I'll chime in and we'll keep linking. You know how we.
True, indeed, and we'll catch you the next go round.
Islam, peace, man.
Islam, peace and love. Islam.
Have a great class, man.
You too, man. Thanks for kicking it off, man. Hey, that's why Sim Bay, strong brother, kicking it off for us. Just kind of a continuation of an ongoing build, because the build pretty much is everlasting. This science, this experience that we call Moorish science is more of a lifestyle in my opinion. Whereas some look at it as short term and for its minor benefits. We look at it for its more edifying principles. You know what I mean? More so for character building and things of that sort. Islam. So with that being said, we're going to go on and lock the door to the room. So anybody else that's coming in is going to have to knock. Anybody else that's in, go on and make sure that you drop us a line in the chat if you can't, show yourself. Just to let us know who you are, if if your mic's off or something. Otherwise, we'll just take it that you're, an avid admirer. At any rate, we're gonna get started here today. So today, I really wanted to kind of back up a little bit because we've been moving, at light speed. All right, Islam, we got Daria L. in the building. So yeah, we've been going at light speed the past 2 months here, and it's a lot of stuff that's been going on. A lot of stuff in the news, of course, in the media, so to speak. And we really got a lot of ground we could cover, but I really want to make sure that we stay focused, in these quote unquote trying times, as we go through, how we do. So a couple things I wanted to make sure that we, back up today and hit, are going to include, of course, your doctrine of discovery. We're gonna highlight certain documents, and let's just get right into it while I'm pulling this up. Now, this particular document, just kind of as an overview, is what for so many words led to so much of your peonage and slavery throughout the world. When you talk about the doctrine of discovery as a body of documents, because this is what the popes of these eras and times were putting down as not only the law of the land, but the law of quote unquote God at the time. So with that in mind, you really have to, put that in its proper perspective when you're talking about these Christian crusades that, expanded and continued throughout the quote unquote medieval or dark ages, right? And that essentially was a continuation of the hundreds, if not thousands of years wars between, again, the Christians and the Muslims. And you'll see different names come up in these documents like Saracens or Carthaginians. Sometimes they'll call them Ethiopians or Ethiops. So just, some framework, some things to keep in mind as we're moving forward. So let me jump in right here and show the screen for all y'all who are in the class with me. So you guys can see it and read along with me. So Dum Diversas. This is a papal bull from June 18, 1452. And as you can see, this is doctrineofdiscovery.org. I'm getting it, and I'm reading this particular version from, and there's other versions, of course, out there. But this one I felt would be the most legible for the screen. So let's get right through it. So Pope Nicholas V issued the papal bull Dum Diversas on 18th June 1452. It authorized Alfonso V of Portugal to reduce any quote-unquote Saracens or Muslims and pagans and any other unbelievers, quote-unquote, to perpetual slavery. This facilitated the Portuguese slave trade from West Africa, right? And if you're paying attention to where the Portuguese ended up in the Americas, you'll see a direct, correlation where they touched off in Brazil, in the islands, as well as in the Americas, right? And you'll see in Alabama to this very day, they have what's known as DeSoto Caverns, right? Which we'll pull up some info on DeSoto right quick and talk about that. But he was one of your earlier explorers to come in under this particular papal bull known as Dum Diversas, right? So this was 1452. Keep that in mind. So the same pope who wrote the bull Romanus Pontifex, or Romanus Pontifex, as some say, on January 5th, 1455, to the same Alfonso, as a follow-up to Dum Diversas. It extended to the Catholic nations of Europe dominion over discovered lands during the Age of Discovery, along with sanctifying the seizure of non-Christian lands. It encouraged the enslavement of native, non-Christian peoples in Africa and the New World, right? Quote, we weighing all and singular the premises with due meditation or mediation, and noting that since we had formerly by other letters of ours granted among other things free and ample faculty to the aforesaid King Alfonso to invade. Pay attention to this. This is what they're directing King Alfonso to be able to do. To invade, to search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all Saracens and pagans whatsoever, comma, and other enemies of Christ, wheresoever placed, pardon me, and the kingdoms, dukedoms. All right, now this is talking about the royal property or the land of the vast estate. So, and the kingdoms, dukedoms, principalities, dominions, possessions, and all movable and immovable goods whatsoever held and possessed by them, and to reduce their persons to perpetual slavery. To reduce their persons to perpetual slavery. Just keep that in mind. And to apply and appropriate to himself and his successors, talking about King Alfonso, his successors, the kingdoms, dukedoms, counties, principalities, dominions, possessions, and goods, and to convert, right, them to his and their use and profit by having secured the said faculty, the said King Alfonso, or by his authority, the aforesaid infitate, justly and lawfully has acquired and possessed, and doth possess these lands, these islands, lands, harbors, and seas, and they do of right belong and pertain to the King Alfonso and his successors, end quote. Now this is from the popes of Rome, right? Again, June 18th, 1452, circa. So he goes on to say here, in 1493, Alexander VI issued the bull Intercatera, stating one Christian nation did not have the right to establish dominion over lands previously dominated by another Christian nation, thus establishing the law of nations. Together, the Dum Diversas, comma, the Romantis Pontifex, and the Intercatera came to serve as the basis and justification for the doctrine of discovery, the global slave trade of the 15th and 16th centuries, and the age of imperialism. Islam. So, coming back, you have a right to a nationality. You have a right to, certain amenities and things and certain support. You know what I mean, from the international community and your national and local community, right? And everybody knows if they follow the money trail that there have been programs that have been implemented and been created to do just that. You know what I mean, to help people with those very issues. Right. Islam pieces.
Yeah, Islam says this is the reason why it was 117 nations, right?
117. Yeah, there was exactly that I was talking about last week.
That's all our peoples right there.
Yeah, that's all our people that were sitting there like, hey, we trying to back y'all up. Exactly.
What's the point of getting mad if you can't fix it? You gonna protest some more? You've been doing that since the 60s. You know what I'm saying? So now what's the resolution?
Yeah.
I'm the common sense man. I'm saying you just need to nationalize. You just need to take the matter out of the local level and put it at international level.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you how to do that.
Exactly.
That's all I'm here to tell you. I'm not here to change your life, none of that. Just help me help myself.
Yeah. Just figure that much out and we'll be straight. You know what I mean?
Straight, right? I don't need you to fight no laws, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just have a nationality. That's it.
Yeah, just have your nationality, know who you are. You know what I mean? Be somewhat aware. And you know what I mean? We ain't even gotta march and pray no more. We ain't gotta get no guns and fight nobody for nothing. Like, if you really just understood, and then that's why I always tell people to go back to the human rights laws and the UN Declaration and the Declaration of Rights of Indigenous Peoples.
Indigenous people, yeah,
you know what I mean? Because right then and there they tell you that